Welcome to the class of graph and function in IT Maths series. Today we will learn function or today we will start function. Among the students, function is taken as most difficult subject or most difficult topic. Yes, there is a reason behind it. There is a reason behind it. If anything is difficult, first of all, we should know why is it difficult. Why is it difficult? Function is difficult because what we are reading on the name of function is a mix-up of multiple concepts. Is a mix-up of multiple concepts. What are those multiple concepts? That is not wise to explain here because we are learning function. We are learning function. When we learn some points, then I can explain you or we can know that why this what this is multiple concept. First of all, you just keep in mind that function and graph along with inequality. This keep in mind. Function, graph and along with inequality. Inequalities. We have to learn these 3 points together. That will make our work easy. That will make our work easy. Function, graph and inequalities. Before going to that chapter, I would like to advise you again that do my base course. Do my base course number 13, 14 and 19. I have explained quadratic inequality, modulus and sign scheme of function. That will make our work easy. That will make our work easy. And you know, you can get this at Risiculum YouTube channel or my app also. So it's not to talk too much. Let's start. Let us start. After 5 or 6 classes, not in 1 or 2 classes. After 5 or 6 classes, I can explain in which direction we are going. Up to that, you have to keep patience and only one final thing in mind that we have to read or we have to study function along with graph and inequalities. Along with what? Graph and inequalities. Those debates course, this will be beneficial. What we will do today? What we will do today? We will know the graph and function of common algebraic functions. Some common algebraic functions like x square, like x cube, and like root x, like x to the power 1 by 3. This type of function. What are the graph of these functions and what are their domain and range? What are their domain and range? We have to do this. First of all, we have to know domain and range of a function. Domain and range of a function. Range of a function. What is domain and range of a function? I am not going for actual definition. It is a multiple dimensional topic. But first of all, try to understand domain and range of a function with this very example. Suppose I have taken a function y is equal to root x minus 2 plus 1. And we try to draw the graph of this function. We try to draw the graph of this function. How can we do the graph of this function? See, as we have done in school level examination, we will try to take some points. This x is called independent variable, and this is called dependent variable. Independent variable means what? We have to put the value of x and value of y depends upon this. For example, if I put x is equal to 2, what we get? Y is equal to 1. If I put x is equal to 3, what we get? This is 1 plus 1. 3 minus 1, 1. Root over 1 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. If I put this is equal to 4, what we get? Actually, this is 4 minus 2, root 2. Root 2 plus 1. Likewise, if I put this as 5, this is root 3 plus 1. If I put x is equal to 6, this is what? The 6 minus 2 is 4, square root of 4 is 2 plus 1 is 3 and so on. How do we draw the graph of this function? How do we draw the graph of this function? Very simple idea. We can take the value of graph like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Likewise 1, 2, 3, 4. Put the points. At x is equal to 2, we get y is equal to 1. At 2, 1. At x is equal to 3, we get y is equal to 2. At 3 it is 2. You can see at x is equal to 6, we get this as 3. At x is equal to 3, this is, see? At x is equal to 4, you can say root 2 plus 1 is 2.4, approx 2.4 between 2 and 3. This is root 3 plus 1 means 1.73 plus 1 approx 2.73. This is, and we can, we start from where? At 2 is equal to 1. And we can join this. This is the graph of function. This is the graph of function. Now, what is its value of x? Now we are moving to domain. What is its value at x is equal to 1? See, at x is equal to 1, y is 1 minus root 2 plus 1, root minus 1 plus 1, imaginary. We cannot take any value less than 2 because function we are doing is stand for real valued function. Real function or real valued function, though there is very technical difference between real function and real valued function, I will use in same sense. Real function or real valued function, we will not consider any quantity which makes y imaginary. You know imaginary quantity under root, negative value is imaginary or even root is imaginary. What is the least value that I can take or we can take here of x? So this least value is 2. This least value is 2 because y is defined. Y is defined when? You know, for real number, any expression in the square root must be 0 or positive. This is defined when what? X minus 2 greater than equal to 0. So this is what? X greater than equal to 2. That's why I have started this from 2. We can take also points between 2 and 3 and so on, but I started with 2. And this 2 is called actually domain of function. This is called what? This is called domain of function. Domain of fx. Domain. Let me write. Domain is 2 to infinity. Domain means what? Domain means roughly means values of x. We can take value of x from 2 and start it from where? Where we can do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and we can move up to infinity. There is no problem. So domain is what? Domain is x. What is the range? What are values of y? You see the graph. Minimum value of y is what? Minimum value of y is 1 and it is moving. It will. Now you have to imagine it will move up to infinity. Means graph is actually increasing and increasing up to what? Increasing up to what? Increasing up to infinity. So values of y are, you can say 1 to infinity. I hope you know the interval notation 1 to infinity. Values of y are 1 to infinity. This is range of the function. This is what? This is range of the function. This is range of the function. Now, this is graph of the function. What is the domain of the function? The domain of the function, values of x for which function is defined is called domain of the function, and corresponding value of the y is called range of function. Corresponding is called what? Range of function. So, what is domain of function? What is domain of function? Let's now, if you want to write that. For the function y is equal to fx. It is clear that x is independent variable and y is dependent variable. Values of y, values of x for which y is defined means for real sense, is called domain of definition. Complete name is domain of definition of the function. Values of x for which y is defined is called domain of definition of the function. This function is defined, this is what function? X minus 2 plus 1. This is defined when x is greater than or equal to 2. So domain is what? 2 to infinity. And what are range? Let me erase this one. Values of x, or you can say it's better to write set of values of x. Better to write what? Set of values of x is more correct language. Set of values of y for the given domain. For the given domain is called range of the function. Is called range of the function. So is the domain and range is called range of the function. Now, what we will read today, actually I will mention the domain, range and graph of some common functions. Before moving to that, let me draw a figure. Suppose I have made a random figure like this. This is, you say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can say this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is minus 1, this is minus 2, this is minus 3, and you can also say minus 4. It's x-axis, it's y-axis, it's origin. And the question is, what is the domain and range of this question? What is the domain and range of this graph? What is the domain and range of this graph? What is domain? Actually, domain means values of x. Domain means what? Domain means values of x. Set of values of x. This line we always say values of x is domain. This function starts from where? It starts from 1 and goes up to what? Goes up to 6. So its domain is what? Its domain is 1 to 6. Means you can also do as follows. From this line draw a line perpendicular to this. From end point draw a line perpendicular to this. It will start from x is equal to 1 and goes to x is equal to 6. So domain is what? Domain is 1 to 6. Values of x. Well, we can take values of x from 1 to 6. What are range? So for range, this is the highest point. Suppose this is 3, or suppose this is 2.9 or 3. Now see this point. This is what? This is actually, you can say minus 3. The minimum value of y is what? Minus 3, and maximum value of y is what? 2.9. If 2.9, you can also take 3 as per your graph, but as this graph suggests, this is what? Minus 3 to 2.9. Or if you write minus 3 to 3, it's also correct depending upon the position of graph. So this is the meaning of domain and range. Now, why am I saying this is a multiple type of concept? To find the range, we have to go through maxima and minima. This again a chapter of calculus. That's why function initially looks so difficult, but it is very systematic. When we move in next two classes, you will find this is most systematic and most analytical part of mathematics. Now, what I am going to do today, I will deal the domain and range of some common functions, and before that, I think you know these notations. You know 1 to 2, x belongs to 1 to 2. 1 to 2, this is close a 1 to 3, x belongs to 1 to 3. This is open interval. 1 less than x less than 3, x belongs to 1 close 3 open. I think if you take 3 less than x less than equal to 7, it means what? X belongs to 3 to 7. These are notations. You know these notations. If that's x greater than equal to 2, it means what? X goes from 2 to infinity, belongs to 2 to infinity. X less than 1 means what? X belongs to minus infinity to 1. These notations must known to. This is must be known to. Okay? Now, some common algebraic function. Common algebraic function. Common algebraic functions. Algebraic actually. If we go through spelling, algebraic functions. Now, I start with constant function. Constant function. Constant function is y is equal to c. Means, or you can also say fx is equal to c. Both are same. Both are same. Fx is equal to c or y is equal to c. What is its domain? What is its range? And what is its graph? That is important. So you know, this is a very simple function. This is very simple function. If you go through graph of this, this is the graph of a straight line y is equal to c, y, x, origin, this point is 0, c. We can take any value of x from minus infinity to plus infinity. So domain is R. Range is restricted at what? C. Range is restricted at what? C. Whatever, for example, if fx is equal to 4, then f1 is 4, f minus 1 is 4, f4, f0 is 4, etc. Fix at 4, fix at C. So this is a function called constant function. This is a straight line. You can write this is a straight line parallel to what? This is a straight line parallel to x axis. Now, come to second function. Pause and write. Come to second function. The second function is identity function. Identity function. Y is equal to x or fx is equal to x is called identity function. Either write y is equal to x or write fx is equal to x. Both are same. Y is expressed in terms of x. This y is also written as fx. Now, what is domain? Its domain is R, its range is R, and its graph is as follows. You know you are doing this from school examination, school level. Y is equal to x. Y is equal to x means what? Y is equal to x. This is y is equal to x. Y axis, x axis, origin, making 45 degree with this. If you know the slope is 1. We can put any value of x from minus infinity to infinity, and you can say y and x are equal. So in domain and range also equal. Y is equal to x. You have also note. Actually, this is second one, identity function. You note this graph also. You note this graph also. When we say y is equal to minus x, this is like this. Y is equal to minus x. Not called identity function. Domain and range are same but not called identity function. Goes to origin. This angle is 135 degree. So y is equal to x, y is equal to minus x. Now come to third function. I am dealing two functions. First, y is equal to x square, and second, y is equal to root x. What is the domain of y is equal to x square? You can see. Now, let me write. Its domain is real number. We can put any value. But the range is 0 to infinity. You can see at x is equal to 0, y is 0, and for other values it positive. So y is greater than equal to 0. So is the range. What for this? For this domain is 0 to infinity, because we cannot put here. But for this range is what? Range is also 0 to infinity. When we put x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, and x increases, y also increases. Okay, clear? We cannot put negative here, so domain is 0. We can put any positive value of x, so 0 to infinity. Y range is 0 to infinity, at x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0. And as the value increases, though y increases with slow rate, but its value also goes to what? Infinity. Now see. I think you are known to y is equal to x square graph. You are very much known to y is equal to x square graph. This is the graph of y is equal to x square. This is the graph of y is equal to x square. This is the graph of what? This is the graph of y is equal to x square. Make symmetry. It will be better. Make symmetry. This is the graph of y is equal to x square. And what is the graph of y is equal to root x? You can see development. What is the graph of y is equal to root x? I am doing on that. This is the graph of y is equal to root x. This is the graph of y is equal to root x. You can take the points and draw the graph. Both meet at 0, 0 and 1, 1. 0, 0 and 1, 1. Both meet at what? 0, 0 and 1, 1. If you solve them, you can see y is equal to x square, 1, 1 and 0, 0 also serve both two equations. Why am I taking two graphs here? Because this is the main point. This is the line y is equal to x. This is what line? This is the line y is equal to x. And you write y is equal to x square and y is equal to root x are symmetric to each other. Symmetric to each other. Or you can also say image of each other. With respect to line, which line? With respect to line y is equal to x. What does it mean? What does it mean? If you put mirror here, this image of this one is this, image of this one is this. But this property is greater than what? This property is greater when x is greater than equal to 0, because for x less than 0, this is not defined. So, you have to note one more point. You have to note one more point here. Graph of y is equal to x square, y is equal to x full, y is equal to x to the power 6, to y is equal to x to the power 2 and r. Similar to y is equal to x square. Well, you can start with this. Graph of y full y square and r similar to y is equal to x square. Means, from here, I am giving you the idea of graph of x to the power 2 and n is natural number. If you go through these graphs, what you find? If you go through this graph, what you find? Let me draw. There is a minor difference, similar to. There is minor difference, but you know the difference. Actually, you can say this is graph of if this is graph of y is equal to x square. If this is graph of y is equal to x square, a smooth graph. This will be the graph of y is equal to x to the power 4. This will be the graph of, you can say, y is equal to x to the power 4. Y is equal to x to the power 4. This is the graph of what? This is the graph of y is equal to x to the power 4. This is x to the power 4. Similar. Next, if you want to draw the graph of y is equal to x to the power 6, this will be like this. This is the graph of yx to the power 6. This is the graph of yx to the power 6. What we have to keep in mind? We have to keep in mind that x square x4 x is equal to 6 implies x is equal to 0 plus minus 1. They intersect at point 0, 0. They intersect at point 1, 1. They intersect at point which? They intersect minus 1, 1. So for this I have written graph is similar to y is equal to x square. Even power graph will be same. One more important point is there. You can see when x lies between minus 1 and 1, actually x squared is greater than equal to x4 is greater than equal to x6 and so on. Actually this is the result. When x belongs to 0, 1, x greater than x square greater than x cube, that I have used many times earlier. This I am going for even power, we can take minus, but odd power we cannot take minus. This is the result. What does it mean on graph? What does it mean on graph? It means x graph of x square. This is x. This means between minus 1 and 1. Between minus 1 and 1. Graph of x square lies above graph of x to the power 4. Lies above graph of x to the power 6. The bigger the sign. Suppose I have this. This is fx, this is gx. What does it mean? Fx greater than gx. What does it mean? Fx greater than gx. This is a very simple meaning. I have said graph function inequality. We have to command on these three at the same time. Then function will look easier. These are the difficult points for function. Now see. Come to next one. Enough information. You will get more, but this is enough information. Now come to number 4. Point number 4. Where you can say this time I have taken x cube and x to the power 1 by 3. If we talk about domain and range, R. Cube root is also defined for negative numbers, so domain and range is R. Okay. Now, what is the graph? If you want to write something, you write. You want to write the graph, pause and write. Now I am going to draw the graph of y is equal to x cube. I am going to draw the graph of y is equal to x cube. Now see. Let me erase this one. What is the graph of y is equal to x cube? See. If we go from data, y is equal to x cube, and x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0. At x is equal to 1, y is equal to 1. At x is equal to 2, y is equal to what? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At x is equal to 3, y is equal to 27. Long way. So graph will be like this. This is graph of what? This is graph of x cube. If you move to this direction, this is the graph of x, y is equal to x cube. A smooth graph. See the variation. Y increases too fast. See the variation. This is the graph of x cube. Now, do not overwrite x cube. This you can say this is at minus 1, minus 2, you can say minus 7 and so on. So this is the graph of what? This is 8. Y is equal to x cube. And what is the graph of x to the power 1 by 3? Again it is done by symmetry. Actually I am drawing a graph like this. This is graph of y is equal to x to the power 1 by 3. And again, y is equal to x. You can write. What do you write? Graph of y is equal to x cube and y is equal to x to the power 1 by 3 are symmetric to each other or image of each other. Symmetric with respect to line y. Actually, I am just doing inverse function. This is the graph. But normally, what I will do in exam class, I will draw like this. I will say this is graph of y is equal to x cube, and this is graph of like. But it's not good. I will never take data. I will say this. This is graph of x cube. Very common graph. When I did concavity, this is very common graph. This is y is equal to x cube and make symmetry. This is y is equal to 1. Normally I done. This is y is equal to x cube. Y is equal to x to the power 1 by 3. And I have to done in this way. X cube 1 by 3. Do not need to record. You have to learn. This is x cube. This is x to the power 1 by 3. Now, you can write graph of x to the power 5, x to the power 7, x to the power, right. Graph of node, and right. Graph of x to the power 5, x to the power 7, x to the power 9, up to x to the power 2, n plus 1, will be similar to graph of y is equal to x cube. Now, let me move to next graph. My next graph is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is y is equal to k by x. This is what? This is y is equal to k by x. This you can say y is equal to k by x. K is not equal to 0. K is not equal to 0. Now write straightforward. Don't go for so much detail. Domain r minus 0. Since x cannot be 0. Range r minus 0. X cannot be 0. What will be the nature of graph? It is actually of hyperbolic nature. It is actually of hyperbolic nature, and if you don't read hyperbola so far, you will get some problem. What hyperbolic nature? And I am not going for that. You have to just learn this point. What type of graph this is? This graph will be of type this. And this exists when k greater than 0. When k less than 0, graph will be like this. When k less than 0, graph will be like this. Why so? Because when k is equal to 0, x and y have same sign. K is positive, x and y have same sign. When x positive, y positive, x negative, y negative. So graph lies in first and third quadrant. And when k is negative, for positive value of when k is negative, means what? X into y negative, means x and y are of opposite sign. So graph will be in this. This is y is equal to k by x. This is y is equal to k by x. K you can say is what? K you can say is less than 0. Graph of 2x, 3x, 4x are similar to in nature. If you want to find, you can take point at x is equal to 1. Y is equal to 1, at x is equal to 2, y is equal to 1 by 2, at x is equal to 3, y is equal to n by 3. You can go through points, but we don't have so much time to go through point. If you see, when we take x is equal to 1 by 2, y is 2, you can go through point. But we have to learn that this is actually decreasing in nature. Decreases from this to this, again decreasing, and this is increasing in nature. Increases from here to increasing from here to here. Decreasing and increasing. Now, you can also see one more point. Let me raise this one. You can draw y is equal to 1 by x, y is equal to 2 by x, y is equal to 3x on the same axis. On the same axis. Actually, all graph will be like this. All graph will be like this. But see, this is 1 by x. Then this is, you can say here 2 by x. Then again you can say this is your 3 by x. Actually this one is blue one is what? This is 1 by x. This is what? Green one is what? 3 by x. And this is what? This is actually what? 2 by x. Graph will be of same nature and they will never intersect. Because these three cannot be equal. So I haven't taken any point of intersection. 1 by x, 2 by x, 3 by x. You can say at x is equal to 1, this is 1, at x is equal to 1, this is 2, at x is equal to 1, this is 3. Clear? Why 3 by x is above in the first quadrant? At x is equal to 1, this is 0.1. At x is equal to 2, this is 0.2. Because of 2, x is 3. So is the graph. That you have to keep in mind. No? Let me move to next graph, graph number 6. Let me move to next graph, graph number 6. There it is. My next graph is y is equal to k by x square. K not equal to 0. K by x square. Now see, actually what is domain? Domain is actually real number minus 0. It cannot be defined for x is equal to 0. Because there is in mathematics denominator cannot be 0. What is range? Its range is 0 to infinity. If k greater than 0. Its range is minus infinity to 0. If k less than 0. Because you say this is always positive. If k is positive, y is positive. If k is negative, y is negative. So, graph will be of this type. Graph will be of this type. This is the graph. This is the graph. First and second quadrant. Y is equal to k by x square. You can see. If k is positive, for x negative, or if k is positive, for negative x and positive x, y is positive. And again, you can see this will be a graph. This will be the graph. This will be the graph. Y is equal to k by x square. K less than 0. Or negative. You can write it as x axis, y axis. Sometimes I write, sometimes I may not write. But you do yourself. This is the graph. Now you can say graph of k by x cube, k by x to the power 5, k by x cube, k by x to the power 5, k by x to the power 7. This is all like 1 by x, k by x. And graph of k by x square, k by x to the power 4, k by x to the power 6. This is all similar to k by x square. Actually you get rough idea of rough nature of graph. That will be very helpful. Move to next one. Actually I have covered almost all the power of k. I have covered almost all the power of k. And let me move to next one. The next one will be, you can say, now I come to this one. Graph of modulus function. Modulus function. If you go through base course, you know the modulus function, but in simple, what is modulus function? X when x greater than equal to 0 and minus x when x less than 0. You can also take equal to sign here. Both will work. This is normally modulus function. What is its graph? You can see, if we go for graph of y is equal to x, this is y is equal to x. If we go from y is equal to minus x, this is y is equal to minus x. But this complete is not the graph of y is equal to mod x. Why? This graph valid only when x greater than equal to 0. This graph valid only when x is greater than equal to 0. But this is valid for this one. Now you can make another graph. I am just busy. And this will be valid for what? This will be valid for x less than 0. So it's the graph of y is equal to mod x. So is the graph of y is equal to mod x. What is its domain? What is domain? We can take any value of x. The domain is R. What is range? It's 0 to infinity, since this cannot be negative. I will take one complete class on modulus. I will take one complete class of modulus. It's just I am giving you the idea. This is one of the common function modulus x, and I have discussed modulus function because next I want to discuss actually signum function. There are too many functions, but we are doing according to syllabus. Signum function. What is signum function? See, signum function. Let me raise this one. I am not interested in modulus function now, but I will deal in greater details in coming classes. Signum function. Actually, this is the signum function. Fx is equal to 1 when x greater than equal to 0. 0 when x is equal to 0, and minus 1 when x is equal to when x is 1 when x greater than 0, 0 when x is equal to 0, and this is signum function. This we can also write as mod x by x when x not equal to 0 and 0 when x is equal to 0. Both are same. Both are same because both are same. Why both are same? Because when x greater than 0, this is x by x 1, and when x less than 0, recall mod x, this is minus x by x minus 1. So this is signum function. Either in this or this, both are in both will be defined. This is the actual definition, and this is comes from properties of mod. So what will be the graph of signum function? What is domain and range? Let's come for graph first. When x greater than 0, it is 1. This is 0. Like this. Put open interval here. This is actually your y is equal to 1. When x is equal to 0, this is 0. So put a dark circle here. And for this what? This is what? This is y is equal to minus 1. This is the graph of signum function. What is its domain? What is its domain? Its domain, you can say its domain is what? Its domain is actually real number. We can take x positive, we can take x negative, we can take 0. What is range? What is range? Its range will contain only 3 values. Put this sign of set. Minus 1. Either it's minus 1 or 0 or 1. This is signum function. This is signum function. Okay, I think you have written signum function. Let me do this question. Find the value of, you can say, signum pi by 6, signum sin pi, signum, you can say, cos 7 pi by 6 and so on. See. So the answer is signum pi is equal to 0 because pi greater than 0. Signum SGNM, in short we write SGNM. Signum sin pi by 6 is no, I have written incorrect. Signum pi is 1. When number is greater than 0, it is 1. Pi by 6 is also greater than 0. So this is 1. What is signum sin pi? Actually sin pi is 0. So this is signum 0. Signum 0 is 0. What is signum? What is signum cos 7 pi by 6? Actually cos 7 pi by 6 is negative. You know cos 7 pi by 6 is negative, so signum is minus 1. What is important about signum? If this is positive, this is 1. If this is positive, this is 1. If this is 0, it is 0. If this is negative, this is what? Minus 1. This is a signum function. Positive for x greater than 0, negative for x less than 0, and 0 for 0. Now, come to one more function. Move to next function. Next function is actually greatest integer function. This is, you can say, is greatest integer function. Greatest integer function. Greatest integer function. What is greatest integer function? Actually, this is written as this. Sometimes we read as box x. Box x. With this square bracket. Box x. And what is the definition? Actually, this is greatest integer less than or equal to x. Less than or equal to x. Means what? Means what? If we write 2.7, this is 2. If we write 1.65, this is what? 1. Why? You can also see another definition. Let me do another. Or greatest integer x is. This would be better. Integral part of x when fractional part lies between what? When fractional part lies between 0 and 1. Now see, for example, 2.7. Actually this is 2 plus 0.7. So what is the integral part? Integral part is 2. 1.65. This is what? This is 1 plus 0.65. So integral part is what? 1. If you say 3, this is actually 3 plus 0.0. So is 3. If you say minus 1, this is minus 1.0.0. This is minus 1. But this one will be important. If we say minus 1.7. So this is minus 2 plus 0.3. We cannot write that minus 1 minus 0.7. Because while deciding greatest integer function, we must keep in mind that fractional part must lie between 0 and 1. It may be 0 but not equal to 1. So we will write as what? We will write at minus 2 plus 0.3 and this is minus 2. I will take one complete class on this function. This function has a lot of properties. But what I am doing right now, I just want to give you definition. Integral part of x when this is less than equal to this. Then what does this definition mean? What does this definition mean? Greatest integer less than equal to x. See the meaning of this definition. Consider 2.7. Integral less than 2.7 are 2, 1, 0, minus 1 and so on. If we take integer less than minus 2.7, this is 2, 1, 0, minus 1 and so on. Among them 2 is what? Among them 2 is greatest. So is the greatest integer function. You must know one very fundamental point about this function. This fundamental point. If you want to write something, you can write and let me erase. The one most fundamental point about this function. The point is that how to draw its graph. When x lies between 0 and 1, not 1, this equals 0. When x lies between 1 and 2, not 2, this is actually 1. When x lies between 2 and 3, This is actually what? This is actually 2. When x lies between 3 and 4, I hope you are getting it. This is 3. Because this is 0 point something, integral part 0, 1 point something, integral part 1, 2 point something, integral part 2, 3 point something, integral part 3. Also go for negative. And this will be used to draw the graph. This will be used to draw the graph of greatest integer function. How? Let's see. Suppose this is x-axis. Suppose this is y-axis. Take the points. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see, when x lies between 0 and none, y is equal to 0. So is the function 0. X lies between 0 and y is 0. This does it mean. What is the meaning of this? That x lies between 1 and 2, y is 1. Means at x is equal to 1, y is equal to 1. You can also see it this way. At x is equal to 1, y is equal to 1. At x is equal to 1.1, greatest integer 1. 1.2, greatest integer 1. 1.3, greatest integer 1. Up to 1.99, greatest integer 1. Here I write open interval, y open interval, because at x approaches to 2 it goes to what? It goes to 2. At x is equal to 2, it is what? It is 2. So what does it mean? Now see in another way. X2 to 3, y2 means this is x2 to 3. This is what? This is x2 to 3 and this is y2. So this is x2 to 3, y2. Just above 3 we will put open sign. Because this is at 2.999, this is 0. And as we goes to 3, this does jump to what? This jumps to 3. This continuous function. If you can move this way also. You can move this way also for -1. This is -1 between -1 and 2, -2 and so on. This is the graph. So it is also called a step function. Greatest integer function is also called what? A step function because of its graph, stepwise. Then what is the domain? What is the domain? Domain is real number because we can put any value of x. There is no restriction on x. But what are range? What is range? Range is set of integers. Range is what? Range is set of integers. Set of integers means 0, plus minus 1, plus minus 2 and so on. 0, plus minus 1, plus minus 2 and so on, set of integers. This is the graph of greatest integer function. One of the most common functions. There are much properties. I will deal in one full class. But what I am doing today, common algebraic functions. What I am doing? This is common algebraic functions. Now come to the 10 one. If you want to write, make pause and write. 10 is related to this very function, and this is called number 10 fractional part of x function. This is denoted by this curly x. Fractional part of x function. And how does it define? Actually, this is defined as x minus greatest integer x. Fractional part of function. For example, if we take x 2.7, it is what? It is 2 plus 0.7. So this is its greatest integer part, and this is its fractional part. So x is equal to what? This plus this. So what is fractional part? Fractional part you can say is x minus greatest integer x. Before coming to domain and then, I just want to draw its graph first. To draw its graph, concentrate on this. Just I have done in previous point. Concentrate on this. When x belongs to 0 to 1, y is equal to this is 0, x minus 0. When x belongs to what? When x belongs to 1 to 2, y is what? Y is from 1 to 2, this is 1, x minus 1. When x belongs to 2 to 3, what is this? x minus 2. When x belongs to 3 to 4, what is this? X minus 3 and so on. No? You can draw its graph and then you can decide. Then you can decide its domain and its range. Then you can decide its domain and its range. How? Let's see. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. With this graph, I would like to let you know how to do graph of discontinuous function. See, y is equal to x between 0 and 1. See carefully. At x is equal to 0, y is equal to what? 0. At x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0. At x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0. At x is equal to 1, y is equal to 1. So at x is equal to 1, we take y is equal to 1 with our open side. See, there are two 1. 1 is here, 1 is here. See this point carefully. That I will use in continuous function, continuously. At x is equal to 1, this is 1. At x is equal to 1, this is 1 minus 1, 0. What is the difference between two? Here sign of equality is not given. So when we take this, we make a hollow sphere. Means this point is not taken and graph is like this. And when we come to this, at x is equal to 1, this is what? 1 minus 1 is 0. So at x is equal to 1, this is again 0. We start from here. Now come to 2. 2 and 2 are at 2 points. At x is equal to 2, this is 1. 2 minus 1, 1. And x is equal to 2, this is 2 minus 2, 0. For these two, at x is equal to 2, y is equal to 1. At x is equal to 2, y is equal to 1. For these two, this is what? For this two, this is 0. So is the graph. And for this two, we start from this. Come to this. This is equal to 2. So 2 minus 2 is 0. 2 minus 2 is 0. And this add 3. 3 minus 2 is 1. But this one is not taken. For not taken, we draw hollow point. Come to this 3 to 4. And this 3, this is 3 minus 3. Say sign of equality. This is taken. For taken, we just take dark circle. And at 4, this is 4 minus 3, what? 1. So this is this. This is x. This is x minus 1. This is x minus 2. This is x minus 3. If you move this side, this is x plus 1 and so on. You can also move it. So what is the domain? What is the domain? We can take any value of x. What is the range? What is the range? What is the range? Range is actually, you can say 0 to 1. You can say this is part of definition. We can take 0 and graph cannot go beyond 1. Because when we come to this, again come to this, come here, come to this. So this is the range. This is common functions, common algebraic functions. I think there is not much mathematics, not too much mathematics in this class, but these graphs are important. You have to keep these graphs in mind. As you know the table of 2, table of 3. When I say graph of 3 by x, when I say it is function 3 by x, it comes in mind, oh, this is the graph. Without taking any point, you have to draw the graph direct. I will continue in next class. I will deal the graph of quadratic function that you have done. You have done in actually bridge course, but I would like to draw the actually inequality. I would like to draw what? I would like to deal actually called algebraic inequality. In next class I will concentrate on algebraic inequality. After that I will move to domain. So enjoy these graphs. Okay, thank you.